The sat phone cracked with static. My son's whisper bled through. "Dad, they left me here. By the lake. Alone. I'm scared." 8 years old. His voice fractured, small, trying not to cry. I sat in the dim tent, surrounded by the hum of generators and desert silence, thousands of miles away. My chest hollowed. I called my wife. Her tone was casual, too casual. "He won't be a problem much longer. Nature will take care of him." The words didn't register at first. They floated like smoke. Then they sank. Her voice was light, dismissive, not a mistake. That night I didn't sleep. The next morning a detective called. His voice was clipped, professional. "Your son was found wandering near the waterline, hypothermic, nearly drowned." I stared at the canvas wall of the tent. My hands were steady, but something inside me shifted. Not panic, not grief, a stillness, the kind that comes before violence. I replayed the call in my head 100 times. Her words, "He won't be a problem much longer." Problem. That's how she described our son. The boy with my eyes, my stubborn silence. The boy who still thought I hung the moon, even though I only came home in shadows between deployments. She wasn't alone at the lake. She had him with her. The boyfriend. A man I'd never met, but had heard in rumors. Quietly spoken by neighbors, never by her. I had written her letters from bases she'd never see. I told her about the heat, the stench, the ache. She wrote back about groceries, car repairs, bills. Never about the man standing beside her at the lake. Betrayal doesn't announce itself. It seeps. And then it poisons everything. I should have raged, but rage was loud. Loud was useless. Instead, I went quiet, the way I did before a mission. I started with the phone records. Satellite access gave me little, but enough. Numbers repeated at odd hours. I memorized them. When I landed stateside, I moved like a shadow. No accusations, no questions, just watching. Her eyes shifted when she thought I wasn't looking. She smiled differently. Not the smile I remembered, a new one, reserved for someone else. I checked her car's GPS history, the lake, again and again. I hired no one, trusted no one. My training taught me how to see without being seen, how to assemble fragments until they made a picture. And the picture formed. Not only her betrayal, but the way she had groomed my son to accept the boyfriend as normal, as safe. The boy told me once in a hushed confession that the man had tried to teach him how to be strong, left him alone in the woods, said only cowards cried. Every word drove the knife deeper, but I didn't bleed, not yet. The DNA test came back in a plain envelope. I had sent it quietly, hair from a brush, a toothbrush I wrapped in plastic. The results confirmed what I already knew but hadn't allowed myself to say. He wasn't mine, not biologically. 8 years of lies. 8 years of raising another man's son while she smiled at me with lips that belonged elsewhere. But blood didn't matter. The boy called me father, and he was mine in every way that mattered. I walked into the kitchen. She stood at the counter, humming. I set the envelope down. No words. She opened it, read. Color drained from her face. Her lips parted, but no sound came. I watched her crumble silently. The power reversed. She broke in front of me. That night I didn't sleep in the house. I slept in my truck outside the boy's room. He never knew. The next morning she found me at the table, coffee steaming, documents spread out. Her phone records, GPS logs, photographs, the DNA results, all of it. I didn't raise my voice. Leave. Her hands shook. She begged, stammered, reached. I didn't move. I reminded her of the call, The words she spoke while our son trembled at the lake. He won't be a problem much longer. I watched those words strike her like shrapnel. Her face twisted with something between guilt and terror. When she realized there was no forgiveness coming, she broke completely. I didn't touch her, didn't scream. I simply erased her from the life she thought she owned. Weeks passed, papers filed, locks changed. The boy clung to me in silence. He didn't ask questions. Children sense when truth is heavier than words. I trained him to swim, to fight, to trust the strength of his own hands. I gave him what no one else ever would. Her absence was a relief that spread slowly, like dawn over black water. Sometimes I hear her words again. He won't be a problem much longer. She was right. He isn't a problem. He is my son, and she is nothing.